Good Friday morning. Welcome to BCP Live in the morning. I'm Joey McWilliams. Glad that you are along for the ride today. Hey, the Bryan County Patriot online as well on bryancountypatriot.com. But this is our opportunity to get to spend some time from a video perspective, news and commentary. We go a little bit more just the straight news, the journalistic side there on the patriot.com, but we take a little time maybe for some commentary here on BCP Live. 233 episodes that we've done prior to Wednesdays and today's, and these are the first two that we're doing in the morning. So listen, let's take a look really quickly at a couple of things that we're going to be going over this morning. It is August 14th. Here, 2026, and a lot happening around the county. In Durant, in Calera, there's some high school sports scores to talk about, things happening at Southeastern as well today, and we're going to be on all of those things, so let's go ahead and get to it right now. Durant, the city of Durant. Have you noticed if you've driven over to Rocket Park, as it's called? Well, the Rocket is back, and it's really cool. I think that's neat. Of course, there's been some new playground equipment that has been installed there, and just about every time I drive by, there are kids out playing, and I think that's really, really cool. But the Rocket is back. It's been refurbished. It looks fantastic. The slide is facing a little bit different direction. It's not facing to the south as it was before. It's facing to the east. Maybe that provides a little bit more shade. I saw that was something there. And we know a little bit about the company that helped to refurbish this and get it back in place. We're going to talk about that at a future date here on Bryan County Patriot on BCP Live in the morning probably. So keep that in mind as well. One of the other things from the city of Durant, notice this on the Facebook page as well, a traffic study being done on Larkspur Lane. I used to live on Larkspur Lane. It was a while back. Man, it was okay. It was more than just a while back. But Larkspur Lane is just off of University Boulevard, and it goes to the north off University Boulevard. It goes right by Victory Life Church. So if you kind of have an idea of where that is, and the quote from the Facebook page for the city of Durant. The City of Durant Street Department has placed a traffic counter on Larkspur Lane as part of a traffic study in the area. The counter is simply counting the number of vehicles traveling through the area. It is not recording video, taking photos, or collecting personal information. The data collected will help the city better understand traffic patterns and activity along the roadway. Thank you for your patience and cooperation while the study is underway. A couple things about this really quickly from a commentary perspective. There are a lot of cars that travel on that road. So if you're looking for an idea of is it a high trafficked area? Yes, it is a high trafficked area. There are a lot of cars that are going up and down on that road. So the counter is there. The other thing I think it's interesting anymore that you have to say, hey, listen, it's not taking photos. It's not taking video. We hear a lot about these flock cameras, and it's more of a brand name than anything, but these flock cameras that are used by the government federally, locally as well. There are flock cameras, brand name, in Bryan County, and you can check that out on your own too. You can look that up online. There is a map that I say it's interactive. I mean, you can zoom in and see where we are in Bryan County, and that there are flock cameras, again, brand name, although I think there's a lot to be said for that name, flock. I think that the people who came up with that camera name feel like that we're just part of a flock. We're just part of a flock of sheep, and they want to take our video that way. However, there are a number of those flock videos that are strategically placed in Bryan County, some of them for businesses, a number of them actually for businesses that are in Bryan County. So you can check that out, look that up on your own right there. But there are no cameras on Larkspur Lane. So it's just taking note of all the cars that are coming by. So keep that in mind. Town of Calera had its town hall meeting yesterday as well. And among the things that were mentioned on the agenda is that employee appreciation is coming very soon for Calera. That's Thursday, September 3rd. It's a couple of weeks from now. So if you want to appreciate the employees in the town of Calera, your opportunity to do that is coming up on Thursday, September 3rd. They're also considering such matters as purchasing some new lawnmowers, purchasing some new gun vests for the police department. That's interesting. And keeping in mind some new less lethal weapons for the police department. So I'm looking forward to seeing the full minutes after that as to what exactly some of those less lethal weapons are for the police department. That's part of the town hall meeting yesterday that took place in the afternoon. The town hall in Calera generally takes place at 3:30 when they have their regular monthly meetings. So keep that in mind. Of course, according to the Oklahoma Open Records Act, all these agenda items have to be posted. So if you want to know, you can find out online. Generally, it's online too, but it's going to be posted at the place of the town hall meeting too. And a mutual aid agreement between Calera and between Calera and Colbert police departments. So that was something that was discussed at the meeting as well. I'm sure you can find out more about that if you want to talk to your local representatives in the town of Calera. That's just something that was on there. You can find all this out. Look up Town of Calera, and that is there as well. You have to find it under government. So go to Town of Calera, look up the government tab, and you can find the agenda items that are on all of these meetings. All right, one other thing, the Durant Area Chamber of Commerce, of course, I like area in the name because it's not just the Durant Chamber of Commerce, it's the Area Chamber of Commerce, and businesses throughout all of Bryan County are part of the Area Chamber of Commerce as well. We talked on Wednesday a little bit about the fall concert series and some of the lineup that was going to be there. Of course, we mentioned Diamond Rio coming to town in October, so something to keep in mind about that. But if you are part of the Area Chamber of Commerce, one of the cool things that the organization has been doing for years and years and years. I've had an opportunity to go to some of these Coffee Network on Wednesday mornings. And this month it is taking place at the Three Valley Museum. Now, Three Valley Museum is its own thing. However, also Main Street Durant has been finding its home at Three Valley Museum as well. So kind of co-sponsoring the Coffee Network that is going on in the month of August. But if you have a business in Bryan County, you really should consider being part of the Chamber of Commerce. There are lots of benefits that go to that as well, but to also go to this networking situation. And it has proven to be very valuable to me to go to the Coffee Network. I have made a lot of business contacts. I've made a lot of friends, as a matter of fact, by going to this Coffee Network. So it's something I would encourage you to do if you have the opportunity. Again, if you are a local business in Bryan County, join the Area Chamber of Commerce. It'll be good for you. All right, high school scores. Let's go high school scores for Thursday, from fast pitch softball here in Bryan County. Bennington blanked by Allen on Thursday. The Bears fall to 1-3. Allen with a 10-0 victory over Bennington in softball. Caddo, Colbert, and Calera, the host school, are all competing Thursday and Friday in the Calera tournament. And Calera fell to Tushka in that tournament 4-0 on Thursday. That is a score right there. Silo, the Lady Rebels, under Coach Morgan Hollingshed in her second season with the program. They're 1-0 on the year. They defeated Atoka earlier this summer, and they're competing today and tomorrow up in the Broken Arrow Festival. And, of course, obviously a lot of large schools up there. So Silo getting some opportunity to face some of these bigger schools and push toward another trip, hopefully another run to the state tournament. Lady Rebels competing in that. Fall baseball scores from Thursday. Ashley moves to 3-1 with a 4-3 victory over Bennington in the Wapanucka tournament. So Ashley and Bennington both competing in that tournament. Calera taking on Coleman yesterday. No score from that game. The Calera Bulldogs looking to pick up their first win of the season. Rock Creek fell to 1-2 after dropping an 11-0 loss to Tupelo on Thursday. We do have scores from Tuesday's games, all Bryan County games there. Silo Rebels moved to 3-0 with a 10-0 victory over Calera in that game on Thursday, and Rock Creek 17-9 over Bennington. That was the game in which the Mustangs picked up their first win of the season. For Bryan County as a whole, well, all the high schools are now in session. Yesterday was the first day of school for both the Durant Independent School District and for Legacy Christian School. So everyone in the county back in school. You know, we mentioned that Bennington started school on July 30th. And, you know, full disclosure, I'm Gen X. I've seen a day or two of going to school since the early 70s, or well, mid 70s when I actually started going to school. But I don't know. Well, I do know. But for the state of Oklahoma, I have never seen a school start in July. Bennington did. So shout out to the Bears for getting things done. But again, the 4-day weeks don't start until after Christmas. So a part of that was the mandate from the state of Oklahoma to get those extra days and extra hours in, and well, that's what Bennington did. But everyone is in school right now after Durant's starting school on Thursday, so that is there. Also, another school that has not started class yet, but will on Monday. Well, it's not one of the independent school districts. It's Southeastern Oklahoma State University. And I'm going to touch on this briefly again this morning. I did on Wednesday. We will talk about this more on BCP Live in the morning. Talking about being a college town, talking about being a college county, a place where we promote our university. And yes, I'm an alum. So, you know, there's a little bit of blue and gold in these veins. I understand that. I do teach there now and work as a member of the staff and faculty. But I haven't always taught there. And this has always been something on my heart. We should embrace being a college town here in Durant. We should embrace being a college community here in Bryan County and make the most of it and really support our college. Classes begin on Monday for the fall semester. So if you have students that are going back, which I do, the twins are going back to school at Southeastern, so I'm excited for them. But Southeastern making a big announcement today, a little bit later on this morning. And the Patriot will be there to cover that as well. An announcement with First United regarding the business school students, John Massey School of Business. Some of their students with an opportunity ahead of them to maybe get some employment in and real-life experience. First United and Southeastern getting together on that. And so if you consider the initials for First United, FU, and you consider the initials for Southeastern, SE, FUSE, it's going to be the FUSE program. Yeah, I know, but it's a cool name. I like it. Fuse program, so keep that in mind. Also for Southeastern sports getting underway, this is the final weekend, final weekend in and around the area with no football really of any kind. Scrimmages will start next weekend for Durant and for Caddo, both, I believe. And then, of course, the regular season gets underway after that. It's a week 0 games. There is a true week 0 in the NCAA this year. Southeastern is not going to be a part of it, but there'll be high school football that's taking place after that. Southeastern picked 8th in the GAC preseason coaches poll. The Savage Storm picked 8th of the 12 teams that are in the Great American Conference, so that's their preseason ranking, and we hope the Savage Storm can, push up there, get into those upper half of the standings, and get back into the postseason at some point. Coach Bo Atterbury, in his second stint with the program, been around back again now. I believe this is season 4 for Coach Atterbury in his second stint at the program. So the Savage Storm playing at Spend Life Wisely Stadium. Keep this in mind, too, because this is the final season for the Paul Laird Field area. The stadium to look like it's going to. There is going to be construction taking place at Paul Laird Field, Spend Life Wisely Stadium, immediately following the conclusion of Southeastern season this year. And if you have not seen the plans for what the stadium is going to look like in the future, you need to look at that because it's absolutely fantastic. This will benefit all of Bryan County when this new stadium is built and updated and just really entirely start from ground level, build it back up again. It's going to be huge for Bryan County, so keep that in mind. I think it's going to help enrollment for Southeastern all across the board, whether you're in athletics or not. I mean, how many of us really, we're not playing college football. This body was not designed to play college football. So, most of us don't, and yet we're going to benefit from this. It's going to be a huge thing for the county, so keep that in mind. All right, BCP Live in the morning. We're going to wrap things up here really quickly. Again, we'll be over covering the Southeastern and First United announcement a little bit later on. And please keep watching the videos. We have enjoyed doing those yesterday out at Precision Auto Care and More, getting to visit with Spencer Tidwell out there, who is a Bryan County High School alum. So that's neat that we get to have some of our kids that are starting businesses. I say kids. I mean, he graduated with one of my daughters. So, you know, kind of a kid to me, but I mean, he's nearly 30 years old, has his own business, doing fantastic work out there on the west side of Bryan County. So keep that in mind. If you have need of his services, Precision Auto Care and More, they do a lot of things. So I'll let you stop by out there. It's on Highway 70. In the meantime, we wrap things up here for BCP Live in the morning, and I want to remind you to be wise. Be wise. 3 things we talk about to close things out every time. Be wise. And if you don't feel like that you're wise, you don't feel like you have wisdom right now, the Bible says in James chapter 1, verse 5, God said, ask for wisdom. If you don't think you have wisdom, ask for wisdom, and I will give it to you. So the old phrase, with age comes wisdom, is not accurate. It's really not. With age comes experience. You may get opportunities to do a lot of things, but that's not necessarily going to bring you wisdom. God can give you wisdom. Number 2, walk in love. And sometimes that's easier said than done. Sometimes people do things that make you want to not walk in love. I want to encourage you to do it anyway, because it is worth it to always walk in love and love the people around you. You don't have to like the things that everyone does. You don't always have to associate with people, but to love them anyway is the best thing to do. And number 3, and this is very important, 3, sign language 3, there we go. 3, do not walk in fear. I realize that we are not talking at BCP Live right now as we did back in the day when we were doing this during the COVID shutdown. And I wanted to tell you all the time not to walk in fear. Those words ring true here in 2026 just as well. Do not walk in fear. You can have respect for a situation. You can have respect for a snake or a wasp or whatever the case may be without being afraid. So do not walk in fear. So there we go. We'll wrap it up with this. Be wise. Walk in love. Do not walk in fear. God bless you all. Have a fantastic Friday going into the weekend, and keep it here on the Bryan County Patriot. Have a great day.